So, it's
Yeah,
been
it
two
was fun.
weeks.
Let's go.
I believe, from where we left off, you guys were just leaving the Hissmaster's office.
Yep.
I still can't believe it gave me the fucking name, that title, just the Hissmaster. Alright.
I love it.
So, make your way back out to the streets of Katak. So, what is your plan now that you've solved the two main issues that you found here?
Are there any active things, story-wise, that are still pending?
Not
we know of.
your character would know.
That's fair.
Well, we finished this little slave situation. I guess we should get back to figuring out what this mist is about. No, it's not mist. Plague is about.
Which, for those of you that have forgotten, Nullifar had the relic from the ruins here.
We think that's what
So-
caused it? The plague?
So,
Maybe.
I mean, it's sense of deduction. Undead necromancer has a scepter, a bunch of undead creatures in his lair. But you won't truly find out until you travel the countryside to get to wherever you want to go.
Do they know? All right, so I guess Lash would speak up around this point and be like,
will
"Oi,
say-
Oh,
I will say, because it has been a while, you were told, I believe I had them tell you it was on both continents that this
You
was
did
happening.
indeed.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah. So that's just a thing to keep in mind.
what is Lash gonna say?
he'd be like, oi, where were y'all heading? Like, when I was tracking you down, this was the last place I spotted you all. Maybe you would be heading to the next place. What's going on?"
That's a good question. Zedeka, what do you think?
I believe wherever Yuza is, there will be great death that follows.
Where
So
do you think
yes,
he went?
perhaps he would have. I know just as much about Yuza as the rest of us. Wasn't much of a talker, was he?
No. Indeed, he was not.
You said he had a mechanical dragon, yeah?
He sure
Yeah.
did.
Sure did.
Perhaps
Where
he
did
would have
he get
stopped by Ivona.
this?
Yes.
Where did he get this metal dragon?
He built it at the Clockwork Guild in Ivona.
By himself? Like, Lash looks astonished that he just built this thing all by himself.
He had help, I believe.
And then you see Lash's eyes narrow, like, this help may be of great interest to me.
Mm-hmm.
But that's,
So,
if I remember right, very far from here.
yeah, so that is a place where we could go. Is there anywhere else we should stop by on the way?
So can we get a picture of the world map, or is that...
Yeah, give me a
Yeah,
second.
we still have the.
Are you wanting
Plague
to know the
warrior, though.
distance from Katak to Ivona?
and the general path, like what's on the way to it,
Okay,
stuff like that.
give me just a second. I do believe I sent you guys the file a while back.
You did, I just don't remember where it's at.
So if you load up the map generator I use, and it should be in the map section. No.
There's some maps, some.
I will. Just a second. So the total distance from Katak to Ivona is, in a straight line, just under 4,500 miles. However, since you are limited to land/sea travel, that's a little bit more.
Right. But what would be in the way of, what would be in the direction of that patch? Like, is there anything that would align to what they already know they need to do?
No, I don't believe so. So, unless you roll something.
You know what? Perhaps I haven't really called this into action much, but maybe I could use my purposeful conduit to kind of seek guidance in our direction.
Like you did earlier in the first dungeon.
Like I tried to do, I think. I don't remember how it went.
Would Ombrian or somebody mention the plague to Lash, or was all that description just out of character?
Mention the what to Lash?
The plague.
Oh, the deck. I'm sure if Zedeka knows about it, which I do, right? That now that we're traveling, I would have probably mentioned it to you. That though I can't remember because I remember last time you agreed to travel with us to hunt down Yuza.
Okay.
But I remember us saying something that we would definitely do that, but we kind of were in the middle of, was it the plague stuff?
You were in the middle of solving the trafficking issue, and then I believe the situation was to deal with the plague and then finish hunting him. But
Because I do know that there's still the caravan, the two panthers. Well, Lash doesn't know.
Yeah.
Kind of knows. He's been studying a little bit, but he hasn't actually been in y'all's group.
You'll have to find horses and a cart or something.
Or we could take a ship, but Lash doesn't know about the ship. Most likely.
Right, but you wouldn't have to pay for a ship. You'd just have to find a crew. Because
is that a possibility? Like, would it be in reasonable? Like, would that be a reasonable way to get to Ivona?
The closest it could get you to is where you encountered Alaric and Tiandon.
Okay.
If you want to.
But it would.
But if we did land, could that get us the whole way?
I mean, there's a river that runs right next to Ivona. If you want to risk it. Risk taking the ship up the river, but yeah, the closest port-wise would be Tiandon, or if you kind of want to do land travel, there's a port.
And we haven't had a long rest since our last battle, right?
We haven't.
No, so
we haven't.
So Lash is gonna say, let's go to the tavern, and how about we get some drinks and see what directions we can take. I think we can come up with a good plan. And he kind of just walks towards, I guess, a tavern, motioning them to follow. so we can like get a full night's rest and get a better
Yeah.
plan going.
Hell yeah.
Sounds fine by me. The deck
Sounds
of
good.
Let's go
motion.
get drunk.
Let's go.
Now, what would I guess Ovok's character and Bam's character, are we gonna pilot those or say they were doing something else?
I'd say they're there for most of the journey, but in like combat, they're probably just hanging back, watching the rear.
Feel that. All right, so yeah, where would be the nearest tavern in this city? The one I guess they've already been to, or would they be a
Yeah,
different
I was
one?
gonna say you could go to the one you already know, which actually isn't too far from the Shadow Spire. I found what I was looking for, by the way. Over for 4,481 miles, which is the exact straight distance, it would take 54 to 61 days, depending on the speed of the ship.
Fuck.
Which, the ship you'd probably be on for about 2 weeks.
Fucking
Artifice,
Nelly and
build
you
us a
just
dragon.
jacked our dragon.
We need that dragon back.
Dear God.
So wait, okay. Don't forget he is an artificer, but he's a low-level artificer. Don't forget that part. But no, there wouldn't be enough resources, I don't think. I don't know. I don't think I could actually create anything to help this.
You're not getting another goddamn dragon.
You're right. However, even Lash doesn't know about it, but if we can get there before Yuza, which I don't think we will, there was another thing being built there.
That was the tiger, wasn't it?
Yeah, or suggested, and I don't know if he ever started to build it,
I don't think
but
he
I
ever
also
did.
don't know if Yuza would go get it or not.
Mm-hmm. You'll just have to see.
That we
Either
know.
way, by the time we get there, user will have been long gone. All we can do is ask about his presence.
Yeah, he might be able to track the clockwork guy could probably track his creation somehow. You never know.
I wonder what
Mm.
kind of presents he brought them.
That's only one way to find out.
So
I want presents.
you guys want to go back to
I'm gonna hurt you.
the fuck, what did I call it?
Yeah, wanna go get my Taxar, Nala. I guess whatever you guys want to travel with, and we gotta find some
Yeah, we gotta find
maybe
some
some
way.
steeds.
So you wanted to go back to the tavern.
Well, that's where Lash
Yeah.
is heading. But if
Yeah.
you all
Yeah.
have the carts and y'all wanted to go and get y'all's equipment instead, I mean, both are up. But yeah,
No,
he's
we
going
can do
for
that after.
car.
No, we can do that after. Let's go to the tavern.
Yeah.
So, oh, I have an idea actually. That's gonna be cool. All right, let's go.
You're gonna go to the Scaled Chalice.
That sounds about right. Like it would be the bar that Lash heard that they were staying at or visiting frequently.
So yeah, it'd be that one. So come back in. Familiar sights. So what are you going to? Are you going to go to a table? Are you gonna get a couple rooms and then kind of convene in one before splitting off to your own rooms? What's the plan?
Lash goes in and just looks for like the biggest table he can find. And then he tries to get a waiter. He's not really talking to the group while he does this. And he's like, "Excuse me, miss, can I get some drinks for my friends?" And he points to the people following him. And then he points to the biggest table he can find for the group.
Is there any room at the bar for us all?
For all of you, no.
Is there a big table?
Yeah, there's plenty of tables that are empty.
Okay. If there was room at the bar, Zedek would have suggested, "Hey, let's sit at the bar. This is where we always sit." But he'll follow and sit. He'll take a seat at the table with Lash.
So, you go sit down at this table, and you get the drinks. Issues are already starting. God damn it! But you, the barmaid arrives carrying this tray of 6 chalices that are filled with a shimmering silver blue liquid. The chalices are shaped like a crescent moon.
Lash looks over like, hey, that's pretty fancy. Do y'all normally provide drinks like this? He's like just looking at it questioningly.
It's one of our specialty drinks.
He says thank you, and he grabs one and puts it in front of him.
Zedeka grabs one and raises it.
I'll grab one.
Alright. Ovok and Kor, even though Kor does not drink, or eat, or breathe. But,
like, can I sniff it to see and do like some kind of investigation to see what type of alcohol it is? Because Lash looks suspicious, if you will. Just checking his drink, making sure it's not, tainted or anything.
Yeah. Roll investigation.
Zedeka's gonna pour a little bit of his beer out onto the ground and say, "For Yuza," and then raise his glass.
17.
No, seems fine. It's alcohol.
All right. So after sniffing it, I look over at the spilled beer, and I was like, how would I put this? I just, you see me note it and like visibly somehow, and I just raise it as well, but I do not say anything.
All right. Okay. So you all gathered here to essentially discuss the plan, right?
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
But like right now, Lash is just sitting at the table, slowly sipping the drink and looking around. I'm kind of just looking in the tavern.
All right.
Could I do investigation and see if I see anything that would probably stick out
That'd
other
be
than just
perception.
normal perception? Other than that, y'all are welcome to talk or do whatever y'all want.
Many new
Fine.
faces these days, my friend Hanwata.
Yes. You know these drinks, it reminds me of the good days when we used to go to that bar in Avona. Nullifar used to love the drinking, and all those wild specialty drinks. I wish he was here to share this one with us. Hopefully we will meet him again someday.
I'll raise my glass to Nullifar.
To Nullifar.
To drinking kegs and beers with our friend again one day. And I'll cheers and take a glug.
All right.
Lash takes a sip, but doesn't really say much.
So
And he looks at Umbria, noticing he looks at the others just in general, and says, "What was your connection with this Nullifar?"
Mainly just a party member, I guess. Haven't been with the group for long. A few months. And honestly, if I didn't go in the wrong direction, I would never have met him.
And I guess Ovok wouldn't really know him that well, and neither, and then obviously I guess the other guy wouldn't know him as well. So like, I guess I put my Lash push his hand on the table, and like, does anybody have a map? of the area, or are we all going to be talking about it basically off what we know?
I mean, I'd assume you'd have come
No,
across a
Auburn
map.
has a map.
Yeah, I'd assume you'd have come across a map at some point.
So I'd say Lash would ask if anybody has a map and if they could put it on the table.
And Auburn's gonna take out the map. It's just like, you know what? I really should have just used this. It's just gonna roll it out.
So yeah, like he points near the map and he's like, "Okay, where have you all been?" And I guess we would discuss all the places they've been up to this point to see if we can figure out where Yuza may go.
Basically, just telling him that we met in Lakeford,
Right.
and he was not a. We don't believe that he was a local from there. Uh, I think one of us was a local. So either way, he wasn't. So
I don't think he was. Was he? Would I know that?
Every
'Cause
one
I
of
was
you
local.
that originally started in Lakeford was a local.
Oh. But Lakeford doesn't exist anymore
Yeah, no,
because
because
he was
that-
shot away.
because of Hot Dragon
that
Lady.
bitch. Yeah.
Did y'all ever
I-
take care of her? I don't remember. Did we ever take care of the dragon lady?
Nope,
No.
No,
not yet.
she is out
Oh.
there.
She's out there. That's another quest, but that's for later.
We got to get big enough to handle those.
Those big ass titties.
Yeah, big old, but I was like, oh shit,
That
we
right
were
there is why I said I wouldn't
I
have
was
been
gonna
surprised
say,
if we got
oh hell
banned.
yeah, bro. Salute water. Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta level up to handle those big O's for real.
Damn right, buddy. GDRB.
GDRB. God dang it. All right, that's good.
I love it.
Also, I'm sending the file and the website.
Alrighty.
Hell yeah.
There is some stuff on there for campaign 2 that I've already added, so just ignore some of the stuff. But yeah, essentially the distance it's gonna take about 2.5 months to get to Avona from where you are, if that's the plan.
Yeah.
The majority of it being over land or sea is going to be your choice. Because there is a route directly from Katak to Tiandon. A shipping route. Or there's one that goes to Katak, or goes from Katak to a town on the east coast called Drogri. Which is a little southwest of Okondo, which is where you met Ombren and Ericus. So, those are the main couple of options.
I would let I guess Lash and the other two who don't know, I would let them know that I got the boat that we can use if we decide to go by
Right, the Twilight
the
Sentinel.
water. Right.
I mean, no matter what, you're gonna have to go a little bit by water.
Right. But yes, we would
He
have to
Lash looks over at you and goes, would we oh yeah, so you tell them about the ship in the bottle?
Yeah, I'd even take it out to show you.
And he just smiles. He's like, impressive. Because he's never seen anything like that. What are our land options?
I guess just horses.
I,
Right, Zedeka? Horses?
yeah, if we could find some, which should not be too much of a problem.
Yes. But we would need a proper crew to deal with the ship if we decide to go that route.
I'm sure we could rustle up a few sailors in a nearby waterfront tavern. A few guys eager to earn a few coins, and Zedeko would
Yes.
jingle his bag. And
Yeah.
I'll try to use my folk hero rustic hospitality at that point and try to jazz them up and let them know that they're helping true heroes.
What do you guys think? I have no problem going by water. I mean, I am a hippo.
It does not sound bad to me. I've had no problems with water in my past.
Sounds like the speedier of the two options, and I have no quarrels with it. Are we in agreement? Looking over at Armbrin and the other two. Armbrin?
Yeah, Amran, you there?
Muted, buddy?
Yeah, sorry, wasn't in my room.
Oh.
I was talking. I had my grandma wanted me for a second. What's going on?
Basically, Zedek asked you if Armbrian and the others are good to go by lake on the bottle in a ship.
You mean by
Ship in a
sea?
bottle.
Yeah.
That.
I mean, I couldn't have got the one in the first place without one, so just make sure no fish, people, things come near. You don't seem to like elves.
If we went by sea, we'd probably need supplies. How
Yeah.
long do you think it would take to get to at least the first destination?
Well, that depends on where you want to go.
Yeah, he's asking more in like span of how many days roughly. Doesn't
Yeah.
have to be exact.
That'd be more of a question for like a ship navigator.
Ah, good point.
So we'll have to ask. But we should stock up on supplies. That is a good idea. We do not want to be without food.
And you would be on the sea, so fishing would be an option.
Oh yeah, I love fishing.
Eh.
Yeah, actually, never mind. We can just fish.
Wonderful. Wonderful. But we could still pick up a few other
Right.
delicacies as to not eat fish all
Yes,
the
we
time.
don't want to get scurvy.
You see Lash
Yes,
smile
but,
like, I'll purchase a couple cakes just to be safe. How does that sound? He's talking about beer.
I'll look over to Wada and try to whisper.
Hey,
This
Zedeka.
guy reminds me of Nully more and more.
Zedeka.
Yes, I'm beginning to like this one.
You want to know something really cool about clerics?
What's that?
They have access to create food and water.
I do remember that, but do I?
You
Is the
do.
question.
You have access to it. And I do believe you can change your spells on a long rest.
Oh, that's what I meant. Like, okay, so long rest. Got it. Okay.
Let me double check on that, because I don't remember. Class features, spell casting.
I kind of remember that you guys
How
saying
dare
that.
you not remember all the rules? How dare you? There's only like a million of
You
them.
can change your list of prepared spells when you finish a long rest.
Bad DM.
So, preparing a new list of cleric spells requires time spent in prayer and meditation, at least 1 minute per spell level for each spell on your list. So that's for each spell that you want to replace. That's how long you'll have to, the combined total.
Okay, and let's see, what level spell is that?
Third.
Is that a cantrip or
It is
third level?
Create
Okay.
45 pounds
Alright.
of food and 30 gallons of water, which is enough for up to 15 humanoids for 24 hours.
What do I need? Just a little bit of food?
No,
Or
it's verbal and semantic. There's no
or
material component.
wow. Okay, third level. I could replace.
Glyph of Warding is your only third level for Spirit Guardians. Honestly,
Okay.
yeah, I'd say
I would do Glyph of Warding.
yeah, that's what I'd say.
Yep. All right, cool. I'll wait till long rest and change that for that.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
Just wanted to point that out since kind of a niche spell.
And before that, actually, before that long rest, I'll cast since I have it available, I'll take 10 minutes to do a prayer, a third level prayer of healing and a second level prayer of healing into my ring.
Oh, the Ring of Spell Story?
Yes.
Okay.
And that should fill it up.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Hold on. Up to 5 levels, so that was a third and a second.
Yeah.
Prayer of Healing, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me... No, it doesn't specify it has to be contained to an action. Okay. Or a certain amount of time. Yeah, you can do that. Just keep
Oh, you the man. I was holding my breath over here.
Yeah, just make sure you keep in mind that you have that in there in the ring.
Okay.
But yeah, next course of action is probably to find a ship crew.
You guys want to look at the? We can go to the dock. Probably find a more capable crew, or we can go to a tavern and find a more rustic crew. Want?
At that point, it's like, then I might have an idea. And he just yells out in the entire tavern, exactly where we are. Like, is there anyone that would like to join us?
That's all you yell, because I'm fairly certain that's the only part of your conversation that would have been overheard.
Yeah. Just who would be interested in joining us? Like, they don't need to know the context. People in the bar, just kind of just curious of who it may grab.
Roll a d20.
Oh, 11.
All right. So you are approached by three figures: a half-elf, a dwarf, and a tiefling. The half-elf is a tall, poised woman with long, flowing silver hair and these almost emerald green eyes. The air she exudes, the energy, is a calm confidence. The dwarf It's a stocky, muscular dwarf, bushy black beard streaked with silver. On his left arm is a lot of tattoos of nautical symbols and maps. And the tiefling is deep purple skin, short horns, and a tail tipped with a star-shaped tuft. And the half-elf speaks up. And what exactly would we be joining?
A ship. That's all he says.
She looks around.
Zedeka would speak up. Zedeka would speak up at this point. What my newly met comrade is trying to say is a great quest, an adventure worthy to be told on campfires for years. I am Zedeka Haro. This is Wada, the great warlock, and these are. That's Armin the young one, and those guys I don't. We just met, but what I'm trying to tell you is we're going to do great things. And we have a ship. This guy, my friend Wada, the great Wada. And we're going to travel to Ivona, a great place, and do great things there. And if you and your compatriots would like to join us, there's tokenage in it for you. 50 copper per day. Each person.
She gives you this look at the amount that you offered, just like, really?
If you would join for the glory, then the tokenage, I'll keep that. Let's forget I said that. For the glory.
Lash would like to size them up, like look them up and down and try to get a gauge of how strong they are.
Okay, roll
Like
insight.
level wise.
Roll
Insight.
insight.
That cocktail or beer or whatever they served is hitting Zedeka, and the confidence she walked over with, he's just already buying it. He's like, nah, she's a badass. They're joining. The little gnome buddy.
The dwarf.
The dwarf buddy, he's a badass. Automatically.
With a 15, the woman you get has a military background.
Badass.
Oh.
The dwarf, with the tattoos and such, and the energy he gives off, you get pirate.
Oh.
Ex-pirate.
Oh.
And
he may even be a sea captain.
the tiefling, kind of the scholarly sort. Roll history
Tieflings,
for roll history for me to see if you would know the ranks and stations of a ship.
Deal. No, that one. I do it. Ooh, piece of candy.
Hoppy Bumpkins
Alright,
would, because
18.
he was a sailor.
18, she definitely gives off navigator vibes. The tiefling.
Oh, fire. This is incredible.
Oh, this is a
I
good-
smile in the corner and then I look over at Zedeka and be like, I approve of these if they're willing to join for maybe an adjusted price. And I look to them to see what they may say as far as price is concerned.
And Zedeka looks to Lash like, absolutely, who's paying?
The half-elf speaks up again. You gather she's kind of the leader of the three of them right now. But she goes, make it a gold a day and we're in. I have a full crew with me.
How many members?
Is it 1 gold per person or just a gold a day?
Per person, per day.
How many members?
1, 2, 9 total.
Total each day that'll be 9. About
And that is enough
like
for
450.
that is a full 3-masted ship crew.
It's going to end up to be like 500, 600 gold.
Yep. We can afford it.
We can afford it. I just wonder who's paying. Who are we assuming is paying?
Why
Or
does
are we all chipping in?
I was
Yeah,
gonna say
I'll chip in.
why does any one person have to pay?
Well, because sometimes sugar daddy be sugar daddy, you know. But sometimes sugar daddy want to
Yes.
stack some bread too.
Yes. Says the one who has the most gold.
Right.
Yeah, you pay, sugar daddy.
But yes, absolutely, we'll take this on.
All right.
Yes, that seems to be a fair price.
And
Lash raises up a hand and orders a keg for everybody in the bar, or everybody that would be joining the crew.
everybody in the bar.
And not everybody in the bar.
The deck is
I'm no
excited
sugar
now
daddy.
because now we have a crew and some new party members. So he's why not 2 kegs, and he doubles it. And for the rest of these people, you are witnessing greatness in the making.
Now,
And everybody
question
drinks on the house.
for tonight or for the ship?
Oh, we're in a
Right
tavern
now
right now
for the
still.
tonight.
Yeah, you're still
That's
in the
what I was
tavern.
thinking.
Yeah, I'm just buying drinks for everybody in the tavern tonight. Another keg, so everybody can tap that keg.
So you're buying everyone in the bar a keg, while he's just buying the people that are joining you a keg.
Oh yeah, I'm buying 1 keg for everybody in the bar, not each person a keg. Hell no. No, I'm just letting them drink for free because we're in here tonight.
Yeah. Oh, let's see. Does my DM screen have that information?
The boys are in town. Gotta let the locals drink free and support the local
Okay.
tavernage.
Are you buying just like regular ale, special ale? What are you buying?
Celebrating. Get them the special ale.
One barrel of good quality ale. 8 gold.
Ooh, I'm glad I didn't get each one some of that. All right.
And how much gold for the first round of drinks for everybody that originally the first 6?
The chalices,
Yeah.
we'll say because of the chalice and how it's made, a gold per.
All right. So I'll say I'll take away 14 gold for me.
Alright. So,
Heck yeah.
the half-elf speaks up again. My name is Captain Leora Whisperwind. To the left, this is Therok Ironfist. That's the dwarf. And to my right is our navigator, Nalia Starweaver. The rest of the crew will meet us by wherever your ship is waiting.
What kind of weapon is Theric wielding? Old Theric Iron Fist.
Doesn't seem to have a weapon on him.
Okay. I bet it's a Warhammer. Can't wait to see it. He'll be my buddy. All right. Well,
Do these city does it have like a dock place? Their dock there?
Didn't
Yep.
you go to the dock to get Nullify?
That's where me and Nolly first saw
Yes.
the traders.
Yes.
Or
Okay.
smugglers or traffickers. Traffickers, that's what it was.
I'll just tell them, our ship isn't exactly waiting for us. It's a unique situation we're in, but we'll just meet up at the docks here, and we'll have the ship ready.
All right. What time?
Hideko, what do you think?
When would you like? Do you need time, or is the
I don't
first?
know how. I don't know how long this ship takes to pop out or whatever.
There's only one way to find out.
Should we maybe take a couple days to get all of our supplies and everything ready? I have a couple
what
things
is
in town I may need to
2 days?
finish up before we go. That's okay.
Okay, so like a couple days, something like that. I think be good.
Yeah. I'll
Two
be
days
like,
from now?
2 days from now, and we will meet.
at the dock.
In the morning. Would morning be good?
Yes.
Okay, that's what we will do.
All
That
right.
will be when we will meet.
Gives the group of you a nod and kind of walks back. And you can see she walks back to a table with a few other people, notably a Triton, a Dragonborn, a Halfling, a Gnome,
Fucking Terran.
and a Goliath.
Is it a male or female?
Female.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Thank you, DM. So that's gonna be, we're gonna have to, you already know what's gonna be going down, so can't wait
I'm
for
gonna,
it.
I'm gonna have to wingman you since Nelly's not here. Nelly would
Yeah.
be so supportive of this.
I love this. Thank you, DM. It's about damn time. I've been waiting for this moment forever.
Yeah, they're fucking
That
ridiculous.
Galissi.
Yeah.
Suddenly, a male. No, I'm
So,
kidding.
so you squint your eyes and you realize it's just a man with very long hair.
Roll a perception check.
That drink's affected you more than you thought.
I
Alright,
don't want
but-
to be here anymore.
In the
Turning to
meantime,
the side.
I guess we'll just party it up and get all hammered.
Okay, so what did you want to do, Lash? We'll say go ahead and you all take your long rest. What did you want to do?
1 second. My cat just knocked something over. He's just
I'm
gonna
gonna
drink
change
and then
my
have a
spell.
long rest. I
I
gotta go
mean,
see
yeah.
what my cat just did.
Okay. Is there anything
Yeah,
else
Palmer's
anyone
just-
wants to do over the next couple days? Or over the next day?
Probably just make sure my tigers are. I mean, my panthers are cool and nothing creative.
If you want, you could enlist the city guard to kind of help you kind of move them into a cage and move the cage to the docks.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Because-
I'll do that.
You're not quite sure how panthers are going to react on a ship.
Yeah, I don't want them jumping out, so I'll do that, and then I'll talk to them and calm them down later. But yeah, I'll see if I can do that.
Yeah. It is going to be a small fee, about 10 gold.
Mm-hmm. That's reasonable. Got to take care of my cat.
Anyone else?
I'm good.
Ombrin?
Hmm?
Anything you want to do over the next day?
No, not really.
Alright. Cor and Ovok are fine. I'm being lazy.
Got it.
I'm back. Just a can.
So, what did you want to do over the next day?
As far as Lash is concerned, go to a herbal shop of some kind,
Mm-hmm.
get some food and supplies.
That part's taken care of.
Okay.
because Zedeka has the create and food and water spell.
That is an affirmative.
And he can do it once a day, and you'll be fine for as long as he is alive and has access to spells.
Then yeah, just a herbal shop and kind of just
All right.
do some meditating around the city while he waits to
What
leave.
for?
Hmm?
The herbal shop. What for?
A monk smoking ritual.
What?
A monk smoking ritual. It'll have
Enlighten
no benefits.
Enlighten me, Kimosabi. What do you need for that?
But just basically think of it like weed or something, like some kind of green herb that he gets from the shop just to smoke, and he needs a good amount of it
The long
because, like,
leaf.
it's what. Yeah.
The dream leaf.
I must have become one with nature.
Dream Leafly or something like that, like just like something because you're gonna notice like he wants to buy a lot of it, and he's almost concerned with not having enough.
The deck is like that. That they dream leaf.
Buying in bulk. He's buying a brick of it. Yeah, no, easy enough. The amount to last you, how... You're not quite sure because none of you asked how long it would take.
I would do a 30-day supply,
Okay.
assuming that's going to be enough. I know it may not be, but he's just going to do that.
That would be... Put that at 75 gold.
Fair enough.
Alright. Is there anything else anyone wants to do? I will take the silence as a no. So,
Correct.
the six of you wake up on the morning of your departure. And, you head out to the docks.
Yes.
So how are you going to go about this, Wada? You are the one with the bottle.
Question. Oh, yes. Let me see. It's the, where's
Twilight
my
Sentinel.
boat? There she is. Let's see if it says anything about how how this works.
There's not anything in there. I will leave kind of how you want the transformation to start up to you.
Okay. So, it just what I would do. We go to the docks. Try to like, I guess, put the the bottle sort of close to the water, and then start to uncork it.
Okay.
Try to see if anything will happen.
Roll d20 for me.
Okay. D20. 4.
You set it down. You uncork it. You set it down, and as your hands come off of it, it gets warm to the touch, but nothing else really seems to happen.
Gonna maybe try like shaking it a little bit. Try to activate it or something.
The ship inside, the water swishes around and it stays on a level footing. But...
Water's
Yeah,
having some performance troubles.
Yep. Okay. Don't look at me. It makes it has a hard time working when you're looking at me like that. Just
Here, let me. Zedeka backs up and
here's the decker. You try.
uses
You
his
crank it.
his
There
his
you
pipe
go.
of smoke monsters. No, he's gonna blow a picture of a smoke monster for that dragon lady and motivate you. She's gonna, as you're trying to
Oh yeah. Okay. At
rub
the
your
sight
genie
of
lamp.
her with her, with her big old titties out, I'm gonna like stick my tongue out and
Jesus
really
Christ.
start shaking it and really trying to get this thing to pop off.
Roll another d20 for me.
I love it.
I'm gonna laugh if it's worse.
13.
This time as you're shaking it, it actually flies out of your grasp and the bottle itself lands in the water. And goes under for a second. And as it comes back up, you could see the ship model itself in the bottle is glowing.
Ooh.
And suddenly there's a crack in the air, and you can see there's a crack in the glass of the bottle. And out of that crack is fog coming out.
Oh.
And the ship inside starts to grow bigger and bigger, the glass kind of shimmering away. And the minute, delicate details start to become bigger and bigger, and there is the sound of the sails unfurling. The bottle seems to melt away into the mist that's around the bottle. The mist thickens to the point you can't see through it.
Oh.
But it's the size you would expect of a full 3-masted ship. And suddenly, it clears away, and there is the Twilight Sentinel before you.
Aha!
As you give water the thumbs up.
Perfect.
Beautiful,
Yeah,
beautiful ship.
it's great. I was beginning to think it was just a ship in a bottle, and Allard played a trick on us. Gonna have to go pay his old ass a visit if that was the case.
Totally could have done that. It would have been fucking funny. Give me a second, and I will get you a picture of the Twilight Sentinel. But, yes, your ship is now ready.
Awesome.
So, are you waiting for Liara and the rest of the crew, or are you gonna go find them? What's the plan?
They'll be here what, tomorrow or today?
No, it's the day of.
Yeah, I mean, they'll be here shortly, I'm sure. So we can just wait around, look around the boat, and see what it's looking like.
Yeah, let's check out the new ride, brother.
So, anyone that's looking at the boat, can I have you roll me a perception check?
Alrighty. Perception. 18.
I got a nat 20.
Nice.
You can see the
So-
boat in the HD 4K.
The boat looks. So, looking at the Twilight Sentinel Wada, the rope, the mast, the rigging, they all appear perfectly intact, as if it has been freshly constructed.
Wow.
it kind of gleams under the sunlight. There's this little aura of enchantment still lingering around it.
Interesting.
Does it have any weapons on it?
Yeah, give me a second. So, let me send you the stat block I'm going to use.
Amazing.
Did I download the screenshots? Here is your ship stat block.
Nice.
Ignore the creature capacity and travel pace. Actually, you see. No, that's a good average. We'll keep the travel pace.
Yeah, bro.
This is
Bro.
bad.
Bro, water, you are the ocean master, brother. You are the water master. Water. This thing is bad, bro.
It's amazing.
There is a ballista on the front of the ship, and on the main deck there is essentially a catapult.
Hell yeah.
Omnidirectional catapult.
Yeah, it rotates.
Woohoo!
And
I think we
then-
just turned into sailors, water. I think we're
Am I see on this thingy, how do I attune to this ship?
I forgot to uncheck it when I made it. Don't worry about it. It doesn't require attunement.
Okay. Thank you. This
And
is
then-
badass.
Say hello to your ship.
Oh, it's beautiful, man. Oh my god. Look at this
It's
thing,
a
man.
it's
This
a
thing is
gar
badass.
bro. We
This
we
is
need a name for
badass.
it, water. You need a name for your
This
ship.
is badass. Well, it's
It's
got
a-
it's
It's
the
already got a name,
Twilight
yeah.
Sentinel, so I
Oh,
mean, if
Okay,
that's
okay,
the name,
okay.
then that's
What's the name of it?
The Twilight Sentinel.
The Twilight Sentinel.
That's the
It needs a
name.
It needs a nickname.
Can we give it a nickname?
If you want,
We can call it the SS Crusade.
Beautiful. I mean, I was thinking the
I was expecting the actual Crusader first.
I was thinking more like the Gungantuan.
Jesus Christ.
Let's not. Let's not. I love Pegasus Crusade.
Uh,
The SS Crusade sounds mighty fine right about now, huh?
Mhm.
okay, so
That's a beautiful ship, Brother Water. Beauty.
It is beautiful. I love it. It's badass.
let's see. Is it this one? Yeah. Okay, so about an hour passes after you summon the ship, and you see Leora approaching with 8 other figures, 2 of which you recognize, the dwarf and the tiefling. There is the Triton, the Dragonborn, the Halfling, there's a Wood Elf, there's a Goliath, and a Gnome.
I'm gonna wink at the Goliath
Jesus
as
Christ.
she walks by. Come on, man.
And as she does, I'm gonna say, "Welcome aboard to the great Captain Waters, SS Crusade, the Gungantuan, if you will." No, I won't say that. It wasn't approved by the captain. It wasn't approved. I rescind that. So I'll it's Watership. I just want her to know it's Watership. Advantage on that win.
So, they don't walk past you, they walk up to you.
Oh.
Leora kind of goes through the rest of her crew, introducing the other 7 that you didn't meet the other night. You know Theric Ironfist and Nalia Starweaver, the first mate and the navigator.
Mm-hmm.
She points to the Triton, which, if you don't know what a Triton is, it's a sea elf.
Oh.
Think
See what?
sea elf. Think
Seal.
think
Yeah, I see him.
Atlantis.
He's right there.
Got it.
This is Quartermaster Celine Stormcaller, and you can see elegant figure, aquamarine skin, fins along her forearm, sea green eyes, and she wears a necklace of seashells.
Hello, miss.
She points to the Dragonborn. This is Bosun Kriv Bloodscale, and you can see he's tall. Tallest member in your party right now would be you, right?
Yeah, actually.
And you're what, 6 something? 7
I'm
something?
7 foot, exactly 7 feet tall.
He's just below you,
Ah.
but he's got crimson scales and golden eyes. He's got this imposing physique. Points to the halfling. This is our cook, Jax Grub Mallow. And you can see he's got curly brown hair, bright green eyes, and a round, friendly face. And
His name is Grub, and he's a cook?
No, his nickname is Grub. His name is Jax Mallow.
He be making that grub.
I'm
Folks
calling
be
him
grubbing.
Grub.
Yeah.
And then she points to the Wood Elf, the Goliath, and the Gnome. These are our deckhands, Eldrin Swiftwind, Branna Stonefist, and Zara Brightspark.
Okay. Miss Stonefist is the Goliath?
Yes. Eldrin
Oh,
is the Wood Elf. He's got sharp features, long chestnut hair. The Goliath is just below Crib's height.
Wow.
She's got gray skin, tribal tattoos. She's got a gentle smile despite her intimidating size.
Wow.
Zara Brightspark is the gnome, and she has wild curly hair and a penchant for tinkering.
Okay. I'll extend my hand to the Goliath woman and Happy to have you on board, miss. With Riz, of course.
Riz is on 999 right now.
Ah,
Let me do something real quick. I'm gonna roll something.
alright.
Oh no.
Remember, Deca just, it's Water's ship. She knows, she's getting on Big Daddy's ship. He said, welcome to my ship. But he said it politely.
Takes your hand, but you're not ready for the grip.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
And being a deckhand and a Goliath means this woman has a very strong grip.
Yeah, she ain't like a real soft, gentle type.
No, calloused hands, the whole nine.
Yeah, real like dominant, you know what
Jesus
I'm saying?
Christ.
Quite a grip, wow. But it's very nice to meet all of you.
And you could see that the three deckhands kind of brought a little bit of supplies with them. Leora says to them, go ahead and get the stuff on board.
I'll say, yes, welcome aboard. This is Captain Water. I am, what's the next rank under the captain?
First mate.
I'm first mate Zedekaharo, and I'll show you to your quarters. And
Make sure her room is right beside mine.
So, okay, hold on. Let me. This is the essential layout we're going with. I don't want to copy that. Son of a bitch. Okay. View full image. There we go. Copy image.
ooh.
That's the main layout of the ship. People don't essentially have rooms. Number 3 right there is the captain's quarter.
We could actually just share the captain quarters, in fact.
I'm regretting this already.
Okay, so yeah. All right.
So there is 6 beds there. The 2 beds down, 3 beds down on the lower deck. So,
Are there any hammocks?
I mean, there's probably room to set up a hammock or 2.
Lash would go to find a spot to set up a hammock for his area to stay.
Okay. So
Deca don't need nothing flashy, to be honest. On this, he's gonna be like, I just want somewhere to sleep, and I want to be vigilant the whole time as we're traveling.
So you kind of want to stay somewhere near the main deck.
Yes.
Oh,
So
I don't need nothing deep down. I'll save that for the goon cave and the captain.
So the crew all gets on board. You know what? I don't like that. It's way too small. You need to look at this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 10, 12. What's 9 plus 6?
16.
15.
15.
Wait, 9 plus 6.
Yeah,
15, yeah.
15, that's right. My boy Aaron, the math
Yee
genius.
Okay, so that's
yee.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. No, wait. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And okay, yeah, we'll use this one. We'll use that as the ship layout. Still with the ballista on the front and... But... There is 18 beds total. As everyone else is getting on board, Leora and Nalia kind of come up to all of you. So, what's the destination we had in mind?
Ivona. Are you familiar?
You can see Leora looks at Nalia. If I recall, there's no port in Ivona.
Oh yeah, we're going to the nearest place where we met what was it? Alert?
There's two ports that I can recall off the top of my head that would get you fairly close. There's the port of Tiandon.
Yes, that sounds like the nearest port, Tiandon.
The port of... Where is it? There's the port of Mesov or the port of Tiandon. Both will get you relatively close.
I'll look to the crew. I don't the Mesa does not sound too familiar, but Tiandon we know.
It's just on the other side of the natural harbor as Tiandon. It's just further north. Little bit of a further.
If you're interested in
to Ivona,
a little further,
it's a little further north. You'll have a little bit more longer of a journey to Ivona. But those are the two closest ports.
Okay. I think Tiandon would be good then.
yes, I agree, brother. We're not in the time for sightseeing at the moment.
So,
Yes, we've got enough sights to see on this ship, if you know what I mean.
I'm gonna swap the.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna swap the ship travel time with the ground travel time, because the way it figured it out was the majority was over land instead of sea. So it's gonna be 41 days on this ship.
Okay.
And
Take
then
on.
about 2 weeks to travel to Ivona from Tiandon. So,
Ooh.
just under 2 months for the total trip. Leora speaks up. Are there any questions before we set sail?
I
Where
believe
are
not.
you all at on the ship?
They haven't gotten on the ship yet. You're all still waiting as they load stuff up.
I guess Lash would be at the front of the ship. Just he pulls out a wooden pipe and just starts smoking.
Okay.
I'm just gonna be walking around the ship, just kind of hanging out.
So no questions for
the-
Leora? Either of you? Ombrin, Lash?
Hmm?
No questions for Leora?
I'm on the front of the ship. I can't hear them talk. I'm
All
just
right.
ready to go.
No, not really.
Alright. She looks to Wada and Zadeka. Any questions from either of you?
No. No. What about you, Zadeka? Do you have any questions?
Not any that I'm interested in bringing up at the current time. We are fine to travel if you are ready.
And with that, she turns to Tharok, Celine, and Nalia. And she's like, well, let's get on board. Let's get going. Got a long trip ahead of us.
Yep.
Now, obviously, I'm not going to roll encounters for every single fucking day for over a
Oh,
month.
but that's a lot.
That is 41 separate rolls, which I'm not doing.
Mm-hmm.
Could be intensive. You never know.
I'll have the four of you roll me a D100 in a certain order, and then I'll roll one for the three main crew members. And then that it's going to be for a leg of the journey.
Alrighty.
So, first one up, Ombrin. Roll me a D100.
First one to cry. First one to cry. Umbrin. That's gonna be 42.
The answer of the universe.
What's that in the universe? 42.
So, it's a rather peaceful day of travel. You're all kind of standing by the right side of the ship by the railing. Off in the distance in the water, you see what appears to be a mermaid.
Interesting.
The waters are trickier than they seem. Be cautious, as the Deco will say,
Flash,
as we try to look at it.
roll me a d20 like we discussed.
Oh yeah. No, somebody said this. God damn it. That 12's not bad.
You're fine for this trip.
Nice.
Alright. So that is... We'll say... What is... 41 divided by 7?
Less than 6, like 5.9.
5.8, yeah. So we'll say that's the first 5 days. And just you have a follower along for the first 5 days of your trip. Second, Lash. me a D100. Oh, you rolled 2. I just need
I
1.
guess stick with the first one, the 62.
Oh, I can. 62?
Yeah.
Alright. I love this one. Alright. So, about... You're all in bed. At around, we'll say... the 7th day in your journey. And... Wada, you were woken up to a knocking on your door.
Oh, it's happening. Wada gets super giddy, scurries over to his door, and opens it up, fully expecting to see the Goliath.
It is not, in fact, the Goliath. It is the Wood Elf. Eldrin. He looks at you. There's an issue that you might want to see.
Oh, okay, of course. Let's go investigate.
And he leads you over to the side of the boat, where you can see the sea itself is calm, quiet. Suddenly, the ship turns to get out of something in the way of its path. And you can see there's a small lifeboat approaching. And as you pass it, you can see there's a wiry old man with white hair and a mustache rowing almost hypnotically. He's facing backwards, he's got these wide eyes staring off into the distance. And there's a shiver in his voice, and he's just repeating, "The black, the black."
Are you alright down there, sir?
No response, just repeating those 2 words over and over.
He's alright. He seems to know where he's going. He's got his priorities straight.
You just get this look from Eldrin, just like, alright. That's the only notable event for the next leg of the journey.
Oh,
Now we can hear you.
fucking finally. I had to restart my Xbox.
Zedeka. Roll me a D100, please.
Okay, what happened the last 2 ones?
21.
So, the first one was a mermaid that followed you along for the first 5 days.
Alright.
The last one was in the middle of the night of one of the nights, the leg of the second leg of the journey. There's a rowboat that you guys pass that they woke up Wada for, seeing it's his ship. But it was a wiry old man rowing almost hypnotically, just repeating 2 words over and over. The black. The black.
Alrighty.
And you got a what? 21.
Yeah,
Wow.
sorry. 21, yep.
Alright. Alright, you, about 4 nights after the rowboat incident, you're all kind of just enjoying the night, the cool air of the ocean, looking up at the stars, when it starts getting really foggy. And you can, you hear from behind you, up by the ship's wheel, you hear Leora kind of shout attention over to something off the right side of the ship. And there's 3 glowing green orbs floating off of your port bow. And you cannot see through this fog. So you have 3 options. You can use them as a point of reference to navigate. You could wait. You could stop the ship and wait until morning. Or you could try to investigate the orbs.
Investigate the orbs.
You will have to row out on a little rowboat.
Use the orbs as actually stop the ship. I'll get Captain Water and let him know what's going on and suggest stop the ship.
Alright, let's stop the ship and investigate.
All right, you heard the captain.
They furl up the sails, and who's all going to investigate?
Okay.
All right, sounds like Water.
Flash stays on the
me.
ship.
Okay.
Can we
Lucas
take
Titan.
Iron Fist with us? Somebody from the
Thorak?
yeah, somebody from her crew, from the Elf's crew.
Or Tharok?
Yeah. Yeah, they're Iron Fist.
So, Wada, Ombrin, are you going?
Yes.
Lash said he's staying. And Tharok?
Yes.
Alright. So, they lower the rowboat, and you row out towards these orbs. And as you start getting closer, the rest from the ship, Lash, you can see they're not moving, the orbs, but to you in the rowboat, they look like they're getting further away. Tharok kind of speaks up. He's just like, I don't like where this is going. We should turn back.
I kind of trust his insight, being that he's experienced. I agree. We should turn back.
Return to the ship. The director starts paddling back.
Alright. Do me a favor. Roll me a survival check, since you are in dense fog. With advantage because you have Tharok on board and he is an ex-pirate.
Thank the Lord. I'm not gonna tell you what I rolled.
I seen what you rolled.
Now it's a 17.
You do eventually manage to make it back to the ship.
That would have been horrible, guys. I'm just gonna tell you. Without, it was so glad we brought Thera. I'll just tell you that. Or we almost didn't make it back.
He rolled a nat 1. But you get back on the Twilight Sentinel, and do you keep it stopped for the rest of the night?
Until the fog clears, at least, wouldn't you say, Captain?
That is a mighty fine idea. Wouldn't want to navigate through this difficult fog.
Okay. So, as you're... Anyone who's watching the lights, I need a perception check.
I think at this point, Lash would realize he's smoking too much and stop creating the fog.
Ombrin and Zedeka, they look like they blink.
I wonder what those unidentified flying objects are.
Like, it looks like something blinks.
Armor's gonna look around. He's gonna see that Deca might have saw it too. He's like, did those lights just blink?
So you saw it too. Thought my eyes were
Yeah.
playing tricks on me.
Same.
At the mention of blink, you see Tharok stiffens up and kind of runs up to the wheel, whispers something to Leora. Comes back down to the ones that are still by the railing. We should go now.
You heard the man. Let's go.
Set sail! I repeat everything Wada says. Just a little bit louder. Just a little bit louder.
Alright.
I'm just gonna keep an eye on where the blinking lights are at.
Keeping pace with the ship.
It seems to be keeping pace with us.
You see, hold on. I wanna look something up.
It seems to be keeping pace with us, which I'm assuming is not a good thing.
Cool. You see, Ombrin, in a move that is familiar to you, you see Tharok materialize a crossbow.
Armin's gonna materialize his greatsword.
Just in case, eh?
Yeah, just in case.
Closer to
I mean,
the...
then again, I don't. Then again, I don't think this is gonna help out with down there.
So you keep going for a little bit, and closer towards the morning hours, you break through the fog, and you can see those three lights stay in the... Sorry, I just read something and it kind of threw me off. They stay in the fog.
Nope.
And you can see them sink down into the water. And that is the most notable event of the third leg of the journey.
Man, if Nelly were here, you guys just have to know. When we saw that mermaid, Nelly and Deca would have been
Splash.
underwater. There would have been no stopping Nelly and Deca. All right, here I go. Gotta go with the bro.
Armin's just gonna turn his sword facing downwards. And he's just gonna drop it back into the. He's gonna drop it into his shadow. Huh. Alright.
Barak dematerializes the crossbow. Next, I believe Wada has not rolled.
Right.
What?
Roll me a D100, please.
Nat one.
Oh
Put
God.
that stank on. Put that stank on it, Water.
87.
Ooh,
Page.
7, Armrin. Armrin,
Oh, God.
baby.
Damn it. One fucking mistake.
Nothing gets lived down here, bro. It lasts
You
forever.
all.
No.
So at this point, you are by a relatively large island between the 3 continents known as the Soundless Archipelago. There's no settlements that are known on this island. Passing a beach, you see where'd it go? Where'd it go? Son of a bitch. There it is. You see a wrecked ship, and I need you guys to make a perception check.
Hey, Net 20. Oh, I haven't seen the Net 20 animation for the Bigby's hand.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
nice.
That's cool. Yeah, that's cool. I don't use it that much.
Ombrin, Lash, and Zedeka. You all see pirates crucified and bleeding from the neck.
Wow.
Pirates crucified and bleeding from the neck.
Yes.
Okay. Can we, like, this is on a ship next to ours? Like, we're passing by?
No. So, it's a wrecked ship on an island known as the Soundless Archipelago.
Okay.
And you're passing by, and that's what you see. The ship and the crucified pirates.
That doesn't look like a plague, but perhaps we should check it out anyways. And I Water didn't see it, so I pointed out to him to show him. Look over there. It looks like a dark play at hand.
Niala
Yes.
kind of speaks up. This will take time away from your journey to wherever you are going.
Perhaps there is even more reward on that ship. Sometimes adventure pays. What do you say? And I look at the captain.
We should investigate further.
Boy, and Zedeka will yell out commands to get the ship over to the other one.
You just hear this heavy sigh from Niala. Nalia, my bad, not Niala. Nalia. You can hear Leora shout down to her, "Hey, if they want to pay us extra, let them pay us extra."
Very well. You heard the captain. We investigate.
Are you bringing any of her crew with you?
The
I'll tell
Goliath?
them. Uh, we're paying you for your ship travels. If you would like to press forward in any more of our adventures, it is your own choice and your own glory to gain. Zedeka says, kind of condescendingly, as if they should be honored to explore with us.
That doesn't answer my question.
What? What's the question?
Do you want to take any of her crew with you?
It's their choice. After, basically, he offered them if they want to, they can join us. If not, they don't have to. So I kind of left it up to their character if they want to join it.
Criff steps up.
Okay.
That's
The
the
deck is like-
Dragonborn. And
Very well.
yeah. Dragonborn and Goliath both step up.
Oh.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
All
Bounce.
right. Very noble of you two. Yes. Let us go see what awaits, and then we'll
Let's
go
go.
investigate.
Alright, so they'll navigate it closer to the Soundless Archipelago. And you get onto the beach. It smells really bad because of the crucified pirates. You okay, there we go. So, where, are you heading to the pirates or the ship?
Yep.
Ship?
Ship.
Okay.
Ship seems.
Yeah, let's check the ship first. Make sure we don't get ambushed by anybody in any other separate quarters of the ship.
Alright. So you make your way in. Wood's relatively rotted. It's been here a while. However, you easily find your way to the cargo stores. There's various things in here that you could investigate. There's weapons, chests, armor.
We'll tell. What's the elf lady? The half elf. What's her name?
Leora.
We'll tell Leora's crew to stand guard outside while we check the ship.
Okay. So like I said, there's chests, there's jewelry, armor, weapons, there's a potions case, there's a couple scroll cases.
Anything super notable, like higher level spells, scrolls, magic items.
You're investigating the scrolls, or
Yeah. The Deco will investigate the weapons.
Okay, yeah, I'll do the scrolls. Yeah, that's good.
I'll do the potions.
there's only 2 scrolls.
Okay.
There's one contains fireball, and there's one that contains cure wounds, first level. And
I'll take
fireball
both.
is they're both.
I'll take.
They're
And-
both third level.
No, cure wounds is first.
Base.
Yeah,
Okay.
fireball is 3rd level.
Okay.
Zedeka, there is a longsword that has a slight magical glow. There's this chain shirt. There's a double-bladed scimitar and a shield.
What's up with the chain shirt?
Really light. Lighter than you think chain would be.
I kind of like that, and I'll kind of let everybody else check out all the other weapons: the longsword with the magical glow, and the scimitar. And
Okay. Did all four of you come? Did Lash stay behind?
last
Yeah,
day
last,
behind.
last stayed on the
So,
ship.
Okay.
so what I'm planning to do, who's here? Wada and Auburn with me.
Yeah.
I'm planning on like kind of we're gonna get like our little dibs on what we want, and then we're gonna
Plus,
take the rest to Leora.
Yeah.
And
Plus Branna and Kriv.
yeah, and then we're gonna take. Well, yeah, exactly. Well, that's why I kind of sent them to stand guard so that we could kind of get our little pre-dibs.
Yeah.
And then, but yeah, we're gonna take it to the rest of everybody basically, so that everybody, knows that we're kind of in this together.
Okay. So, Umbran, what are you checking out?
Yeah, potions.
Okay. There are 3 regular healing potions, 2 greater healing, and a potion of water breathing.
Two regular, 2 greater.
3
potion
regular.
Water. 3. Yeah, sorry. 3, and
Nope. 3,
1.
2, and 1.
3, 2, and 1. I got it backwards. 3, 2, 1. Uh, 2 regular. Oh, no, sorry, 2 greater. I'll get it eventually.
3 regular, 2 greater, 1 water breathing.
Yeah.
Alright, so you're just gonna haul all this to the ship?
I'll actually kind of put that that long sword
Mm-hmm.
that glows in my bag of holding, and I'll kind of, because I wasn't sure about that one. I'm kind of interested in that one. I want to check it out later.
Okay.
And everything else I'll carry. The other weapons on my shoulder.
The Revenant blade, or the double-bladed scimitar?
I'll carry that on my shoulder as
Okay.
to present it to.
And the shield?
It's probably fire, and the shield I'll bring it. What kind of shield is that? Is it a regular shield or?
As far as you know. You're not trained to sense magical vibes from items.
I see. Well, either
Bad
way, I got a
vibe.
nice shield already, so I'm not trying to fucking guard everything. Only thing I want is to check out for myself. I'll put the long sword that glows in my bag of holding, and everything else, the double bladed scimitar, the shield, and everything, I'm carrying on my shoulder to bring back to the ship.
Okay. Are you gonna tell Branna and Kriv to come help?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'll even tell Wada, I'll even show Wada the sword that I put into my bag of holding. Like, I'm not sure about this, but I might like, become fond with the sword, and I'll show him that I want that, and he might have to help me investigate it later, see what it is.
Well, keep in mind,
I will
Ovok
help
has
you.
identified.
Yeah.
Oh, well then I would ask Ovok that if he were here.
I mean, I can easily run that part.
Okay, then yeah, I'm not trying to be sneaky about it. I would ask. I'm just trying to
Yeah.
hold it until I can figure out what it does.
So they help you carry everything to the boat. essentially everything that isn't nailed down, they'll pick up. Just to see what they can find. So,
Yeah.
yada yada,
Nice.
expediency's sake. Chest contains 1,200 gold pieces, 500 silver pieces, and various gems totaling 1,000 gold in total.
Yeah.
Which, seeing as how Leora's crew brought it up, they're willing to split it across everyone. So that'd be 15 ways, I want to say. So that's 1,250, 2,250 total gold, if we're including the gems. Which, let me see. That is 150 gold each.
Wow.
Per crew included.
Nice. That's fair. We're just getting started. And we're making money.
So she'll divvy it up to where everyone gets a little bit of gold and a little bit of gems.
And if anybody of my crew, of anybody of Water's crew would like any of those weapons before I
I'm getting to that.
hand them over to Liera as, like, you know, fair trade for payment, you're free to take any of those weapons.
Yeah, I'm getting to that.
And I'm sorry, GM.
So there's a ring of water walking. It's a silver ring with a blue sapphire. Of course, allows you to walk on water. There's a cloak of protection. There is a bag of holding. And a wand of magic missile.
Wow.
Lash doesn't seem interested in any of it.
Okay. Weapons.
The ring
Okay,
of
so
water
ring of
walking.
water walking.
Go ahead, Armin. You
So
got
ring of
that,
water
brother.
walking.
Cloak of protection, bag
Wand
of
of
holding,
magic.
and a wand of magic missile.
Or did you say bag of holding?
Yes.
Gimme.
Okay.
Gimme.
Alright.
I have a place to put my own shit now. Let's go.
Sure do. Okay. Weapons and armor. Are you taking that longsword out? Zedeka?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just a +1 longsword.
Okay.
The chain shirt is a mithril chain shirt. The scimitar, the double-bladed scimitar, is a revenant blade. And the shield is a shield of missile attraction. Draws missiles to the wielder, but provides resistance to ranged weapon attacks. Already went through the scrolls and potions. For trinkets and miscellaneous items. There is a set of navigator's tools, which Niala's going to take. There is a weathered journal. There is a jeweled compass that Leora is going to take. And an enchanted spyglass. And I have one special item. The Amulet of the Unyielding. Come on, Discord.
Yeah, Lash just sits there in the corner of the ship, not too much. Like none of the
I'm just
items, none
curious.
of the things he just shows any interest at all. Only because
Did
you're
you
getting a
take
sense
the?
that he's not after gold.
Ooh, last year after something more personal.
He's after Yuza.
Did you take the ring of water walking, Aubrey?
I'm pretty sure.
I wasn't sure if he was asking for the recap or asking for the ring. That's why.
I didn't hear him say anything.
Because
Oh no, I just heard
if
fucking
nobody has a ring
amulet.
of water walking,
Oh, there's an amulet of the Undying.
Oh no, Omrin got the bag of holding, not the water walking. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's still available.
so does anybody want
Amulet of
the ring?
Undying
Because if not,
seems
I would
very.
love it.
You can take it.
Oh, thank you. Going once, going twice. Anybody else?
None of the other crew want it.
All right. That's all I want out of everything. Even the +1 longsword, I'll give it to. I'll just put it in the pot, you know.
Yeah. You good there?
No. What did you say?
Never.
Amulet of Undying? What's that do?
Amulet of the Undying. Advantage on saving
Oh.
throws against being frightened, and once per long rest, arouse the wearer to cast the spell Heroism on themselves.
Heck yeah.
Mm,
That's you, Waddy Poo.
No, I'm. Does it require
Unless,
attunement?
yeah, I was about to say.
I'm pretty
oh,
much used
sweet.
up.
I
I like
know.
what
I
I
am
got.
used up.
I like what I got, so I think I'm good.
I am. Or is he? I'll say. I don't know.
Alright. So that's what happens for that leg of the journey. Which means it's now time for me to roll for the 3 crew members. Which I'm stealing Ovok's character sheet for. Alright. First up is a roll for Nalia. 16. Okay. So, Wada, Lash, Umbran, you're all around the various parts of the deck one night. And you could see passing by there is a small longboat, sails furled, crewed by about 10. Just going by very slowly in the night. They don't seem to attempt to hail or even acknowledge your boat in any way.
Okay. I guess I'll just say hello down there.
They don't even turn towards the sound.
Okay.
I want to try to get a better look.
Blast them.
You wanna
That's
fucking
plan.
ignore me?
That's
Fireball!
my
plan
bad.
B.
My
That's
bad. I'm not
hey,
Terrence.
no. Listen, that's plan
I've
B.
been missing too many
alright?
Mondays.
So I want to see if I can roll perception to get a better look at what like the people on the boat look like.
You could try.
I'll definitely attempt it. That's a 12.
They look like people on a boat.
Damn you, Bigsby.
Big his head.
Can I check if they're like, undead fiend, some weirdos with my hammer?
Do you have to be able to see them,
Uh,
or is it the
it says within 60 feet to detect the presence, and they have to be undead or fiends.
hmm. You could try.
Let's try. Holy resonant.
So, roll perception with advantage.
Okay. $23.
Not getting nothing from them.
Okay. I'll tell that to the. I'm not sensing anything.
I guess they're just people. They're just rowing about.
All right. Next is Tharok Iron Fist's roll. 42. Another mermaid.
Those are dangerous ones.
And finally, Fleora. 49. Alright. You're all close to the end of your journey. And you're currently going up and around and entering into the area where Tiandon is. You have to go up and around and into this like natural harbor. You're going around that area where you go into, and you see a small rowboat, empty. As the ship gets close to it, just vanishes in a wet mist.
Well, that's suspicious.
And finally, you arrive back in the familiar city of Tiandon. Now I could be an asshole and end it right here.
Land ho.
Don't do.
But no, you make it back into the port in Tiandon.
Nice.
Now our land travel begins,
Yes.
and we have
Indeed.
to pay these people.
Yep.
And
What's
How
the
is going to look
token
at?
is?
it was 2 days or 2 gold per person per day. And
Nope. Wasn't it 1 gold per person per day?
It was 2 gold per person per day.
It was one.
Was it?
It was one.
I thought it was one.
Yes, it was one.
Alright. I remember saying 2. But... that works. So that's... oh, so... let's see how much the distance was again. Just 41 days, so... 41... times...
369, I believe.
No, it was 2, because didn't you guys say the total was going to be, like...
I
No, you said-
estimated
you said
close
one.
to 500 because
Yeah,
I thought
yeah, no,
it was
he
going to be like
estimated.
50 or 60 days, but it was definitely 1 gold because I offered her 50 copper, and then she,
Yeah,
and then
no,
it went from
the,
50
Yeah, she
copper
said
to 1
one.
the
gold.
total was 54 days. That included the land travel.
Well,
Oh.
no, it's just 1 gold though. That's what that. And
Alright,
I said
so
per.
it's
I said
41 gold per person. So that would be 9 people, 369 gold.
Yeah.
Honestly, 369.
So
Zedeka's gonna take care of that. Real talk. I got it
Hell yeah.
all. For my
Hell yeah.
captain, not a problem. Let's go.
Very good.
All right. You know, let's round up to a solid. I'll round it up to a solid. What is it? 369. Oh, that's a good number.
369.
I'll leave it right there.
Alright, as you're making this transaction, Leora says, if you ever need a crew, you know where to find us.
Absolutely. It was great working with you. Hope to see you around.
Alright, so now is the matter of the fact is you need to find a way of getting to Avona that is faster than walking.
Horses.
Horses?
Let's find some horses.
Mm-hmm.
Horse and cart. Is there like
can we advantage that in any way by sending? I know Nala and Taxa are probably so happy to be on land. I want to send them out to try to find some horses and come back with some info. Unless we can go buy some even faster.
Just say you're in a city. A port city at that.
Your boy want to be wild so bad. That's that ranger in Zedeka. You gotta excuse me. Yeah. Let's go buy some horses.
Alright. So, a riding horse goes 60 feet in a round. Which, over a day, the total of that would be about 14 days. Yeah. 14 days to get to Avona. But a riding horse, 75 gold a person, if you want to buy a horse.
I suggest we go look for a horse for ourselves. Right?
Yeah, that sounds best.
What's in this city again? We've been here before, right?
This is where you,
Or you all have.
this is where, the amulet was found.
Oh, Alaric. We could go say hi to him.
Yes, this is the town where Alaric is.
Oh,
I want to
we
do
must.
that actually. Yeah, let's say hi to him.
You can do
We
that on your
must
way
do
out
that.
with the horses. 'Cause
Yes,
his
we
tower
will
is
do that.
outside the city.
Yes, we will do that.
Alright. So,
We
like
can
I
buy
said,
some horses.
75 gold per person per horse.
Ready? We're okay to do that?
Being you know, it's just me and Wada from Lakeford. You know, the deck is kind of. I'm a buy Wada's horse.
Thank you. I am broke and I have a gambling addiction, so I appreciate that.
No worries, brother. I'm gonna go ahead and buy Wada's horse.
Okay, so 150 for you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you want to go say hello to Alaric while you're in town?
Yeah.
All right. Is Lash staying outside of the tower?
No, I would say he goes in.
All right. As this is his first time in there, this tower is, you know, typical mage tower, except there's no stairs that you can visibly see. Instead, there is this platform in the middle. Looks almost like it's made out of sapphire. And as you all step onto it, it goes up to the top, where the familiar sight for Wada, Zedeka, and Umbrin is Alaric.
Alaric, my friend, we have returned.
Roll dex save. No, I'm kidding.
Fuck.
Because you did kind of go back on his advice.
Oh shit.
What?
What was his advice? I don't remember.
Don't let him put the amulet back on.
Oh yeah, shit. That's my bad.
Mm-hmm.
You can
Well,
see
we're
he's
supposed
pouring
to.
through, you can see he's pouring through some books. Without looking up, he's like, I told you.
You did indeed, and we learned the hard way that you were right.
Look at me. I'm an old man who's a
I'm
wizard.
looking.
Why wouldn't I be right?
I should have trusted you. I know. I should have trusted you. Should have followed your words, but I didn't.
He looks up and you could visibly see he looks like he hasn't slept in days.
You look a little unwell, my friend. When was the last time you went outside? Vitamin D is good for you.
Are you telling a wizard to go touch grass?
You know, just get a little bit of fresh air. I think it could be good for him.
Too much to do to stop your mistake.
I understand. And I'm sorry. Again. But I just decided to stop by. We actually came here by that boat that you were so kind to gift me. It's quite a machine, that is, yes. But so we're here. We're gonna go stop by Ivona. And I decided to come say hi to you, my friend. Are you happy to see me?
I'll say this. Be careful traveling the roads. Things have gotten a bit messy while you were gone.
What is it like?
What were you gonna say, Umbrin?
Wasn't it Ivona where Umbrin was trying to get a ranged weapon made for him?
Yes.
Or was that somewhere else?
No, that was the Clockwork Guild.
Yes. Yeah, no, it's been a while.
Welcome to Long Scale Expeditions. But yes, that is where you were getting the ranged weapon made.
Alrighty.
Which I'm still not decided on what I want to give you.
Alright.
Because it would be a way for me to introduce guns But on the other hand,
Do you really want?
do I really want guns?
Yeah.
No, 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 no. It's not
No.
that. Do you want a fucking warlock shooting a fucking pistol?
Well, it'd work off of your magic, your package slots.
Yeah. So.
Anyways, I just asked Alaric what is it like up there?
Let's see, you've been gone
A while.
a few months.
Yeah.
The roads aren't safe anymore.
Shit. How unsafe?
Roving bands of undead not safe.
Is there any way to safely get to Avona?
Not really. You'll just have to try your luck on the roads. I mean, I know that all of you are more than capable of defending yourself, but still, caution is advised.
Of course. I understand, and I appreciate your insight. You're a very smart man.
It's too late for the flattery.
It's not flattering, my friend. It is true. You are very smart. I wish I was more like you.
And had we listened, maybe Finney would still be here.
You hear Life speak up, guessing another comrade of yours?
I just look at water, kinda look down. Finhorn. A great one.
Indeed. I miss him so much.
Anyways,
Alaric speaks up. Dead by their own mistake, mind you.
Oh. Was his mistake. His mind was corrupted.
indeed, the darkness plays many tricks on the weaker minds. And sometimes
Would
it
you
only
happen to be
takes
speaking of Yuza by any chance?
sometimes it only takes but a slip in the path to trick the mind into the darkness. So yes, he does fit the bill.
At this point, the elevator just goes back down. And you get the feeling Alaric sent it back down.
Shit. We were actually just stopping by, so you can probably send the elevator back up.
But yes, now it is time to head on to Avona, which I have made my own D100 encounter table. So, there are 6 of you, and it's going to take just under 2 weeks, so 13 days.
That might be good to do while Bam and Obak get back along. Yeah, instead of doing it tonight.
I mean, it's close enough to starting time anyway, and this sunburn is itching up a storm. So, yeah, we'll probably stop it there.
Okay.
Cool.
All right then.
Good. I liked it.
That's good.
Stopping my